go. We just get right into it. How's everybody feeling on this beautiful? I wanted to say Fridays, but it's Monday still. It's just 11:11. Well, I just checked the clock. But yes, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Welcome to Zoe's Universe, where we just speak our minds and our hearts, and we let you guys know what we're currently going through, spiritually, physically, and hopefully you guys can relate, and hopefully this resonates with the right people it's supposed to resonate with. Yeah, I'm a little bundled up because I got the air conditioner on. It's not nippy outside, but I'm one of those people that like when I go to sleep, I like covering myself up with thick blankets and having the AC on at night or keeping the windows open. You know what I mean? I just like the what's the word I'm looking for? I was about to say the dichotomy of it, but I don't think that's what I was looking for. But either way, I just like the difference. And tonight's video is brought to you by Seagram's. Yes, if you know, you know. If you go to old pure gum, yes sir, that healthy gum that don't got all that good old shit in it. Aspartame free. I'm saying that right. Kick aspartame. Live per J. Klein, founder. Yeah, so the Pure Company Incorporation, Toronto, or Ontario, Toronto. Seems like Canada is popping up a lot, right? Need to go over there and visit the maple syrup capital. Yes, sir. No, so by hand sanitizer, right? Got a lot of sponsors. We will never sponsor you. Oh, you will. Oh, you will. If you know, you know. Oh, we're definitely not sponsoring you now. All right, I just shout them out and then I just spit it out. It wasn't for that reason. It was actually, I noticed when I'm excited, I don't like being excited and chewing gum. That's when you bite your tongue inside your cheek. When I was younger, I used to bite the shit out of my cheek all the time. At first, I thought it was my older brother having a problem. He used to always bite his cheek, and I was like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And I found myself doing that same thing. Back in the day, at least. So now I'm more cautious of, chewing anything. Shit. Well, I was about to be free-tongued, but I'm glad I caught myself on that one. I didn't even want to go down that, didn't even want to go down that route for no reason. But, yes, why am I here is what you were asking, most likely. And, this is more of a freestyle video, but I believe I'm going to talk a lot about Disclosure Day. Seems like that's a hot topic. I'm in the middle of watching it for the second time, and a lot better quality, and I'm paying more attention. My mind was racing a lot last night, which when does it, right? When I was watching it, so I'm a lot more calm and focused. So on the second go around, I'm picking up a lot more jewels. That's what all great movies possess is great jewels. You know what I mean? Great nuggets. Bears great fruit. Thank you, Spirit Team. I'm seeing a lot of people out here not bearing fruit at all, or not bearing their own fruit. Let's just say that. I see a lot of people out here juggling other people's fruit, and they got away with that for a long time. I already know. I'm there. This is just a message, and I'm glad that us as a collective that has been standing up and standing our grounds are finally getting our own fruit back. Doesn't it feel vindicating? especially when you have to surrender. And I don't like being redundant, but I will be redundant all damn day until I get my justice served. Confirmation, bitches. And my ancestors are proud of that. My angels in heaven, Galactic Federation, my animal team, Yeshua, we're all ecstatic because we're standing our grounds. There were a lot of Palpatines out here that would smile in our faces and stick these proverbial blades and knives in our back. Wink, wink, if you know, you know. And all those people, I was telling myself earlier today, I can't wait to see justice served swiftly. I was going to say something else, but I'm learning justice is served in many ways. I'm learning about what it says in the scriptures that a table shall be set in front of my enemies. That's a lot more rejuvenating to hear and to see at the same time. Versus being physical and having to squeeze the juices out of your fruit, right? If you know, you know. And we know the authorities out here, they ain't here for us either, you know. We've been seeing that from the jump, and especially for us Vinos, 17s, if you know, you know. It's a different type of authority that watches over us, you know. And when we come to that conclusion of who we are and actually why we're here, it becomes crystal clear why everything played out the way it was. It's like we have to get used to a life that was constructed around us, that we believed it was real. But then when the walls started crumbling, when we started pulling that puzzle piece from the drywall they constructed around us, if you know, you know, then we started seeing another reality, like how Morpheus presented the two pills to Neo, the blue or the red, right? And then when Neo chose the red, he saw a reality that he wished he never seen. Okay, but most of us know that story and where that goes, which leads you right here to this video. You followed the white rabbit, and a lot of people's been following the white rabbit for a long time. Hence, we all been brought together here at Genosha. Long story short, just dawned on me now that we've all been in Genosha this whole time together. And I was thinking, like Morpheus, a physical location for Genosha. But spiritually, we've all been connected already energetically to Genosha through all of our videos, through all of our inputs. And I was just watching Moon's video a second ago. Then I turned it off. I started playing my video games. I want to take a social media break, I believe. Because we're just speaking here, right? I'll just leave it at this. I'm going to take some advice that a friend bestowed upon me. Because YouTube is not the same anymore. You know what I mean? YouTube is literally not the same. The energy is not the same. I'm seeing a lot of people, Cheetah Prince, it's just, some of my messages are redundant, but I don't need to apologize for any of the messages because we all know there's a lot of redundant messages out here. But I'm the originator, so I don't need to feel bad. I'm the one who sparks it, and then everything else just gets carried off, right? I'm like a broken chariot on the side of a dirt road. One wheel's fucked up. And then there's treasure spilled, and then, you know, peasants and peons, they come and grab it and scatter off with it. Thieves. So we're not too surprised with that. Because we're the originator. We got to get used to the hierarchy of things. The truth is finally... the great words of Minister Farrakhan. The truth has finally found its clothes from the lie. Or, The truth is finally found his or her clothes that the lie has stolen eons ago and is now rightfully on the rightful heir. So now you're looking at the rightful heir. And it's true settings: alive, well, not married, no kids. Didn't, alive and well, all that good shit. Perfectly healthy, perfectly sane, strong mental fortitude. Definitely labeled as a genius, if not even higher than that type of status. We're not here to brag. We're just here to state what it is and what you've already known, but you didn't want me to know. Hence the agitation and all this bullshit y'all doing. But that's just for you guys are just theatrics. People want steady foundations like this meteorite right here. This ain't going nowhere. This is solid. You guys are toilet paper, and once it's used, it's disposable and it's done. It's not recyclable. We don't see people recycling toilet paper. Thank you, Spirit Team. Perfect analogy. So all these fake people that are out here creating fake profiles and scammers, all you are is used toilet paper. Hence, they want a new identity, but you're always going to be shit. And you're going to be covered in shit. My dad used to say back in the day, that's still a piece of shit covered in gold foil. All right? So if you know, you know. Hence, this disclosure movie is so fitting right now because for us truth seekers and light warriors, we've always known that extraterrestrials exist, you know? Hence our passion for knowing the truth because we know there's been a grand orchestration of fake media, lies, essentially, that's perpetuated over and over again until people start repeating those lies and then they become facts. There's a lot of buzzwords out here that are used on purpose and weaponized on purpose for people to keep people, or the majority of the population, in line according to their agenda, their false narrative. Hence, finally, people are realizing that their false narrative about me has been completely wrong, and they are now realizing the power of lies and false media and all the cogs and the wheels of the machine, if I'm saying it right, the pegs, cogs, yeah, what I mean, all the moving pieces in the machine. Now they're realizing people that were oblivious to the indoctrination is who I'm addressing, are now realizing how powerful the machine, once it comes all together, is and how it can be utilized to destroy a person's life. A lot of these videos I'm seeing now, in hindsight, when I was being very clear why they were misconstrued and misinterpreted or misunderstood on purpose. For some reason it feels like I'm speaking. Some of my words are not coming out right tonight. So don't mind me. But now I'm realizing that I was speaking clear the whole time. It was just misconstrued to keep their false narrative going. I know I almost lost track. And you've heard this plenty of times, but I'm just making this a lesson for people to not underestimate when someone is telling you the truth. You can always see it in their eyes versus the lies. I like that. Thank you, Spirit Team. A poet and I didn't even know it. So it feels vindicating to actually see that the spell is slowly but surely falling off and people are actually realizing what's real and what's fake and what's just smeared toilet paper characters versus the real deal Holyfield. Like I was watching Silver Souls video, just popped up on my algorithm earlier today. I wasn't going to watch it, but I gave her one more shot and gave her one more shot listening to it. Of course, very analytically now with everybody. Then I opened up my Bible and it said, "Love and forgive all, and be calm, though, because we already won the war." Ooh, excuse me, I just crushed some tombstone pizza. How fitting of the name, right? But then I listened to her message, most of it, and I've always loved her energy, and I love her calling out these. I forgot what she said. Bitch made something. These bitch made Barbies or something like that. It was funny. But and it made me realize I was like, yo, either she's always been on point, and then ironically she got some donations, and it just irked me because the day I heard it because the tax, or she was whatever it was. I'm really like not caring anymore because I don't want to put my energy out there. But the reason I did care so much is because Silver Soul, in my opinion, is a. I'm just saying this for now because I'm still analytically analyzing everybody. I'm not going to just accept her right back in Genosha right away. Still making sure, just like Moon's video, like it's just you get fed up with certain things and how people do readings and how they just can't be straight up. They gotta yada yada. Just fucking fed up with that shit. Um, but certain people they resonate with you. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, that's a real one right there. That's a fucking real one. And I guess since I'm going through internal changes and upgrading, I'm to the point where, just like my friend earlier was saying, it's like, yeah, the YouTube community is just not the same. The energy's not the same. It's just not. It's just like paid agents just to keep on playing hopscotch games versus just keeping it a buck. So I'm at this point now where, like, if I'm hearing someone do a reading and they're saying, "Oh, this is for a specific collective," it's just agitating to me because it's like, let's stop playing musical chairs with our messages. Just like how the movie Disclosure Day, I highly recommend people go and watch it because the main character in there is like, fuck the bullshit. These are 79 years of fucking manipulation and hiding the truth from the public that deserves to know the truth. You know what I mean? We're tired of these fucking higher up people thinking they can play God in people's fucking lives. Like, who the fuck are you guys to say, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to control this person's life. I want to make sure I manipulate this. It's just like, it's very beautiful when I'm realizing how God is utilizing me. So it's removing the anger and the Frank Castle ism from me when I'm seeing how things are cosmically and divinely working. So like I'm less agitated the more I become closer to God because it's beautiful how I'm getting utilized, just like how Yeshua was getting utilized from the Holy Father. It's just beautiful when you see the whole cosmic design. At the time, it can be agitating because you're like, what the fuck? Why me? And then you have to change your perspective and say, what do you want me to learn from this lesson, God? And then God will show you versus you being stubborn. But it's an everyday thing. You know what I mean? We're not perfect. And God understands that. And God wants you to be real with God, you know, so you can learn more. You know what I mean? That's all it's about. So now I'm like, okay, this is some divine shit right here, really. So, hence the main character in Disclosure Day is just the protagonist throughout the whole movie is just on that. Let's tell the world the truth. Stop playing these games. People are losing too many lives, and there's too much manipulation. And let's remove the veil off the people's eyes so we can see reality for how reality is supposed to be and how it was designed to be. So I'll leave that at that so you can look more into it without spoiling it. But for us Fox Molders and Scullies out here, we already know what has been. Just rejuvenating and vindicating at the same time for us conspiracy theorists, which means just to think for oneself for the final time, which is not the final time. I'm going to say that again. These words are weaponized against people that think for themselves so people can stop thinking for themselves because since it's weaponized, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist? Yes, I am. I think for myself. I don't need a cult or a group think tank to tell me how to think. So, yes, I own up and I cherish being a conspiracy theorist all day, every day. No shame in my game. Hence, I'm recording this in my drawers as we speak. I've never had shame in my game. So, just like Light was telling me and always tells me, um, the closer we get to God, we don't need the terror community. Like, God does not even, God doesn't, what is it? Don't butcher. Not, I'm not quote, don't quote me is what I meant to say. But basically, God doesn't appreciate or doesn't practice divination. If I'm saying it right? Divination. I'm saying some of my words like Mercury's out here heavy, right? Or it's just they don't want me to speak. If you know, you know. But that ain't gonna happen. Never gonna stop. Holding it down for myself and my collective. But it's just like when I say that, I'm not knocking people in the terror community. I don't want you all to get your panties in a bunch. If you know, you know. If it resonates, it resonates. If you're faker than $3 bill, then if it gets you agitated, then this is who we're talking to. We're talking to you. If you're real and you're doing that shit, then okay, kudos to you. It's just I'm just growing more away from it in a degree, is because when we want to hear a reader, we want to hear the truth and not no projections on some shit because you ain't happy with your growth, so you want to phrase it and put it on other people. And that's unhealthy for the community. Like, that's why a lot of people love me because I ain't going to mislead you. I'm going to tell you you're a piece of shit. I'm going to tell you, hey, you're a thief. Hey, you can do better. Hey, I'm giving you another chance. It's tough love. I've been known since the jump, and I'm playing a fool to catch a dummy. Like, I'm not going to mislead you. And if I do bite my tongue, I know how sensitive people are. So it's like, I'll tell you the truth, but it's not going to be bluntly. But it's going to be some tough love. 222 in the timestamp. So thank you, ancestors. It's just, when I hear shit, I know, Spirit. I know. It's just like, fuck, I know. Fake people are just fucking fake. Okay, that's it. It's just, that just makes me want to beat the shit out of you guys. You're fucking fake. Only for the fake people out there, right? So I had to get that out. I'm working on everything. It's just, I can't stand liars, fake people, and all that shit. If you're against God's mission, then fuck you entirely. And I don't have no regrets about that statement. Like, for real. It's like, we're fucking exhausted for you nasty, low level bastards out here fucking around with shit. But the devil has a role to bring us closer to God, right? So that just dawned on me. I know everyone has a role to play. And we're not, and I'm not addressing people. I'm talking about powers and principalities, okay, that are taking over God's children. Unfortunately, it's all part of the cosmic plan to see who's loyal to God and who's going to go astray. It's all a part of the plan. This is a grand school of life, and if people don't learn, they get reincarnated here. If they get that fortunate, and then they can learn their lesson again. If not, they're gone. You know what I mean? Hence, I'm seeing a lot of people that ain't coming fucking back. Hence, I'm like, God, get me the fuck off the bench. Give me fucking addresses. I don't like seeing fake people out here give people advice that they're not partaking in them damn selves. It's like a fucking teacher that is fucking knowing the candy's poisonous and still giving it to the kids and say, hey, make sure that you enjoy every lick. If you have a tummy ache, then come to me and I'll take care of you type of shit. But they ain't gonna take you know what I'm saying? It's just that shit agitates the fuck out of me. If you ain't pure, you ain't authentic, then I see it radiate through your pores. And then you have the audacity to fake the funk like you're helping the collective when you're the nastiest motherfucker out here. And that's for groups, individuals, all types of shit. Y'all know who the fuck you are. And that's what kids and all types of shit is just like, yo. You know, that's just a hand swap. Like, I don't even want to get any deeper than that because they already know. We praying for all them motherfuckers. But yeah, we don't. You got to give. You mess with kids, you're done. We don't play with that. This Ancestors, thank you. Appreciate it. We don't gotta get our hands dirty in that area. But I don't think I'm gonna keep it long. I just wanted to say I'm watching Disclosure Day. Highly recommend you guys go out there and watch it. Open up your eyes. Start seeing what it is. Please don't be manipulated and scammed. There's too many people out here that want to take away your light so they can benefit off your light because they don't want to do the damn work to get their light. So just be careful of those type of people. Protect your energies, cleanse all types of shit. And my motto, just like my brand I've already made, is just be you, do you. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Be authentic. That's it. Just be authentic. Be you, do you. Follow your damn dreams. Teamwork makes the dream work. Strength in numbers, all that jazz. Talk to them. I mean, I got so many damn sayings. It's already fucking bada binged up. But everybody ran off with it on their book bags thinking it's theirs. But they don't got the same sauce. It don't hit right. Don't hit the same. We already know they ain't cut from the same cloth. That's why they're doing what they're doing in the dark. But everything in the dark must come to light. So we already know what he out. But I'm noticing people are starting to read scriptures or motivational quotes at the end of the videos. I like that shit. I'm the originator. All right, then. You already know. So we'll leave off with a few good words from the Spirit. Chapter 10 from Corinthians 9. What the fuck page is? Oh, yeah, okay. 9:10. Chapter 10. Moreover, brethren, I do not want you to be unaware that all. I'm near. Am I farsighted? I'm nearsighted, so I had to take off the glasses to see. But I can read. Chapter 10. One more T. Slow down, Zoe. Moreover, brethren, I do not want you to be unaware that all our fathers were under the cloud, all passed through the sea. All were baptized into Moses in the cloud and in the sea. All ate the same spiritual food, and all drank the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ. But with most of them, God was not well pleased, for their bodies were scattered in the wilderness. Now these things became our examples to the intent that we should not lust after evil things as they also lust. Talking about the people in the desert after Moses got him out of after God got him out of Egypt, I believe. This is what it's referring to. So I'm not a scholar by far, I'm learning every day. And do not become idolaters, basically idolizers, as were some of them, as it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play. Of course, I got a hair mine. They want me to do the most, just not finish reading this. They're attempting the most, is what I meant. Is that what you're gonna do right now? You gotta love it. I rebuke any negative energies around here, and I'll get this eyelash out sooner than later. Doing something right, that's when they attack. Nor let us commit sexual immorality as some of them did, and in one day 23,000 fell. Wow. Nor let them tempt Christ, as some of them also tempted and were destroyed by serpents. Nor complain, as some of them also complained and were destroyed by the destroyer. Now all these things happened to them as examples, and they were written for our admonition. 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 Man. Upon whom the ends of the ages have come. They're attacking my tongue like a champion today. I'm like, Therefore, let him who thinks he stands take heed lest he fall. No temptation has overtaken you except such as in common to man. But God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able. But with the temptation will also make the way of escape, that you may be able to bear it. Therefore, my beloved, flee from idolatry. I speak as to wise men, judge for yourselves what I say. The cup of blessing which we bliss is not, is, let's rewind that again. Baby J's. The cup of blessing which we bliss, is it not the communion of the blood of Christ? The bread we break, is it not the communion of the body of Christ? For we through many are one bread and one body, for we all partake of that one bread. Observe Israel after the flesh. Are not those who eat of the sacrifices partakers of the altar? What I am saying then, that an idol is anything, or what is offered to idols is anything. Let me reread that. It doesn't sound like I'm reading that right. What am I saying then? That an idol is anything, or what is offered to idols is anything? Rather than. I love it, man. Maybe my brain is just faster than my tongue. Is that what it is? I'm just. Rather that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to demons and not to God. And I do not want you to have fellowship with demons. You cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of demons. Can't serve two masters. You cannot partake of the Lord's table and the table of demons. Or do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? As you know, our God's a jealous God. Are we stranger than he? All things are lawful for me, but not all things are helpful. All things are lawful for me, but not all things edify. Let no one seek his own, but each one to others' well-being. Eat whatever is sold in the meat market, asking no questions for conscience sake. For the earth is the Lord's and all of its fullness. If any of those who do not believe invite you to dinner and you desire to go, eat whatever is set before you, asking no questions for conscience sake. But if anyone says to you, this was offered to idols, do not eat it for the sake of the one who told you, and for the conscience sake, for the earth is the Lord's and all of its fullness. Conscious, I say, not your own, but that of the other. For why is my liberty judged by another man's conscience? But if I partake with thanks, why am I evil spoken? These are one of the ones I underlined and could have been sleeping, so they blocked some of the words. But if I partake with thanks, why am I evil spoken of for the food over which I give thanks? Therefore, whatever you eat or drink, or whatever you do, do all to the glory of God. Give no offense either to the Jews or to the Greeks or to the church of the God or to the church of God. Just as I also please all men in all things, not seeking my own profit, but the profit of many, that they may be saved. Thank baby J's. We got through that together. Okay. Forgive me for butchering some of it, but that was Corinthians 9:10 I read, and Corinthians 10:11. And I ended with reading Corinthians 10. All right. You can read chapter 11 and read all those you want on your own time, hopefully. But I love you guys all. It's a long goodbye. Hopefully this resonated with people. Some people may be scratching their head. I thought you talked about disclosure day. Now you're talking about God and yada yada. Forgive me that pizza. Steven Spielberg did an interview recently, I believe, before Disclosure Day dropped, and he basically, to sum it up, don't quote me, Steven Spielberg said this movie is going to raise a lot of questions. Are extraterrestrials the gods that we are referring to? And basically, I believe Steven Spielberg said that this movie is going to raise a lot of questions. Confirmation, bitches. And it's going to make you ask, are the gods we're worshiping just other extraterrestrials that we believe they're deities? I'll leave that at that because I don't want to say anything where I'm not too confident. But the main meat and potatoes of that is this movie's going to open up your eyes and make you question more. I believe I can Randy Watson microphone drop that on that note. It was 3558. If you know, you know, all eights. I love you all. Take care. Stay safe. Be yourself. Don't be a thief and steal something that's not yours, because I promise you, God sees all and you won't get away with it. You may get away with it temporarily, how the devil intentionally wants it to be, so you can get cocky and think you got away with something, but the devil is just doing the work of God to see if you would fall for the trap. And a lot of people did. Now you got to ask yourself what the karma is going to be for. Whew. Yeah. We're doing some funny things for some money, man. Love ya. Take cares.